If a crowded room drains you faster than a sleepless night, then listen carefully, because your brain might be seeing something most people are too distracted to notice. This isn't introversion. This isn't social anxiety. This is awareness, at a level that makes normal life feel fake. And once you understand this, you'll stop trying to fit in and start realizing why you were never meant to. It starts in a very normal way. A message pops up on your phone. Come out tonight. It's going to be packed, but amazing. Packed, that one word. And suddenly, your excitement disappears. Your body feels heavy. Your mind starts calculating things you can't even explain. The noise, the people, the pressure to talk, the energy you'll have to fake. And without saying anything out loud, you already know. You don't want to go. But here's where it gets uncomfortable, because a part of you wonders, why am I like this? Why does something so normal for others feel so exhausting for you? Why do people call it fun, while your brain treats it like a threat? What if the problem isn't you? What if your brain is simply refusing to participate in something it knows is empty? In this video, you're going to understand what's really happening inside your mind and why this problem might actually be your greatest psychological advantage. 1. Your brain refuses to filter reality. Most people don't experience reality. They experience a filtered version of it. Their brain deletes discomfort. It ignores noise. It simplifies chaos. That's why they can stand in a loud crowd and still smile. But your brain? It doesn't filter. It exposes. Every sound hits you. Every movement catches your attention. Every inconsistency stands out. Psychologically, this is heightened sensory awareness. Your nervous system is processing far more data than average. For example, while others are enjoying music, you're noticing overlapping voices, clashing sounds, subtle tension in the room. Your brain isn't relaxing, it's decoding everything, and decoding takes energy. So when you leave a crowded place feeling drained, it's not weakness, it's cognitive overload. Because when you see everything clearly, you can't pretend it's simple. 2. You see through people faster than they expect. Crowds are not just loud, they are artificial. People perform. They exaggerate emotions. They hide discomfort behind smiles, and you notice it instantly. A fake laugh feels forced. A compliment sounds rehearsed. A conversation feels hollow. Psychologically, this is high social perception. You're not just hearing words, you're reading intentions. For example, someone says they're happy to see you, but their eyes disconnect for a split second. Most people miss that. You don't. And once you see that mismatch, the entire interaction loses meaning. That's why crowds exhaust you, not because of people, but because of the constant awareness that most interactions are not real. And once your brain detects fake, it refuses to feel comfortable inside it. Here is something most people don't realize. 3. Your brain is addicted to depth, not noise. Your brain doesn't hate socializing. It hates shallow stimulation. Most environments today are built for distraction, loud music, fast conversations, surface-level interaction. But your mind craves something else entirely: depth. You want conversations that matter, thoughts that challenge you, moments that feel real. For example, you'd rather talk to one person for hours about life, meaning, and truth than spend an entire night jumping between meaningless conversations. Because your brain doesn't reward noise, it rewards understanding. So when you're in a crowded space, your mind feels underfed, even though you're surrounded by people. Because stimulation without meaning feels empty to a mind that craves depth. 4. You absorb energy. You didn't ask for a walk into a crowded room, and within seconds, your mood starts changing, not because of what you think, but because of what you feel. Stress, tension, insecurity, excitement all mixed together, and your brain absorbs it. Psychologically, this is emotional sensitivity. Your system picks up signals others ignore. For example, everything looks normal, but something feels off. And later you realize you were right. That subtle discomfort you felt, it was real. The problem is, your brain doesn't just detect emotions, it carries them. So after spending time in a crowd, you don't just feel tired, you feel mentally heavy. Because you weren't just experiencing the moment, you were absorbing everyone in it. But the truth is even deeper. 5. Your mind never truly switches off. Even when you're silent, your brain is active, observing patterns, analyzing behavior, connecting dots. In a crowded space, this activity multiplies. You start noticing everything. Who feels uncomfortable? Who's pretending? Who's trying too hard? And at the same time, you become aware of yourself, how you're standing, what you're saying, how you're being perceived. This creates a loop. You observe others, then observe yourself being observed. And that loop drains you. For example, after a social event, you replay conversations in your mind, not because you're insecure, but because your brain is wired to analyze. And a mind that constantly analyzes can never fully relax in chaos. 6. You don't need validation like others. Do most people go to crowded places for one reason? To feel seen, to feel included, to feel important. But your brain doesn't depend on that. You don't need external noise to confirm your existence. For example, while others feel uncomfortable being alone, you feel clear because your identity isn't built on constant feedback from others. And that's rare because it means you're not easily controlled by social pressure. So when you avoid crowds, it's not fear, it's independence. You're not running away from people. You're free from needing them to validate you. This is where things get interesting. 7. You choose peace over stimulation. Most people confuse excitement with happiness, loud music, bright lights, constant activity. It feels intense, so they assume it's meaningful. But your brain sees through that illusion. You understand something deeper. Peace is more valuable than stimulation. For example, a quiet evening alone can feel more fulfilling than hours in a chaotic environment because peace allows clarity and clarity allows truth. So while others chase temporary highs, you naturally move towards stability. And that's not boring, that's control. Because anyone can chase noise, but very few can sit comfortably in silence. 8. You're not avoiding life. You're seeing it clearly. People say, you're missing out. But what if you're not? What if you're simply refusing to participate in things that don't align with you? You've realized something most people haven't. Not everything that's popular is meaningful, for example. Just because everyone is there doesn't mean it's worth your energy. So you step back, not out of fear, but out of awareness. And that awareness changes everything because now you don't follow the crowd, you observe it. And the moment you start observing instead of following, you take control of your life. Here's the deeper truth most people will never accept. The more aware you become, the harder it is to enjoy superficial environments. Because awareness removes illusion. You start seeing patterns. You understand behavior. You recognize emotional inconsistencies. And once you see clearly, you can't go back to pretending. That's why crowds feel overwhelming to you. Not because they're too much, but because they're too shallow for a mind that sees too deeply. Think about this honestly. How many times have you forced yourself to be somewhere just to feel normal? How many times did you ignore your own instincts just to fit into a moment that didn't even feel right? And after it ended, what did you feel? Tired, empty, disconnected. Now imagine a different life where you stop forcing yourself, where you trust your mind, where you choose depth over noise, peace over pressure, clarity over chaos. That's not loneliness, that's self-respect. You were never meant to fit into every crowd. You were meant to understand which environments deserve your energy. You're not broken, you're not boring, and you're not antisocial, you're aware. And in a world addicted to distraction, awareness is power. So the next time you choose solitude over noise, don't question yourself because you're not missing out on life. You're finally seeing it for what it is.